What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Pro Wrestling Experience here on Chicago and WrestleMania.com, episode 157 here in our lovely State Street studios, revamped studios actually. Playing some old school music, R&B and hip hop. As today is Biggie's Day. We're honoring the passing of the late great Notorious B.I.G., who passed away on this day 19 years ago, which is crazy. I was 2.5 when that whole shooting went down. So sorry for making everybody feel old, but it is what it is. Glad to bring back a good friend of mine. I already consider him a brother. I don't even have to call him a friend. He's a brother to me. I'll always be there for him. I know he'll be there for me. You could give him a follow at Adam Daley 13. We got the Daily Lopez Hour, our monthly gig here, or gimmick, schnabitz, whatever you want to call it. And Adam, what's going on, brother?
Josh, what's up, brother? Listen, I wanted to make a quick joke about you called me the Puffy to your Biggie earlier.
Yeah.
Which it's funny because now I've been getting these Puffy comparisons for like 20 years now. And when I was in school, and this is a really odd story, people would there was a couple people that told me I looked like a light-skinned Puffy, which I thought was really strange. And I guess I was supposed to take it as a compliment, but I didn't, because dude's all gums and small little Ewok teeth, you know. So I thought I was all self-conscious. Well, I got big gums now, but what are my teeth small? I completely took it the wrong way. So unfortunately, it seems Puffy keeps following me 20 years later. So what's up, brother? Thanks for having me on, man.
No problem, man. It's always fun having you on. We usually shoot the you-know-what here on this particular gimmick schnabitz. And we just have fun chatting wrestling.
So far? Did I set the tone right for where we're going today?
Yes, sir. Yes, you did. We got some good news for you guys. As the months and the year goes by, me and Adam are going to be doing more work together, especially on this program. I'm going to save that announcement till our WrestleMania preview show, but I figured bring Adam in. He loves talking wrestling. He has a great show, by the way, you guys can check out. It's called Wrestling With on YouTube. You guys can get your entertainment, mute the TNA commentary, and listen to a fun, entertaining show. That's not PC like my sports talk show. It holds nothing back and just has fun chatting with good-hearted people.
Yeah, we make it. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate all the kind words there about it too. And it's fun because we definitely make sure we know it's a comedy style show. It's comedy first, wrestling kind of second. Where I guess we're a comedy show with a wrestling problem. But it's fun. I mean, Sam's obviously entertaining anytime she's on a video show. Patrick and Ronnie that are on our show, them guys have really. I'm really fortunate to have them guys on, because they bring something special every week, and they've gotten really comfortable on the show. And I don't know. I'm kind of proud of them guys, and it's grown into something really fun. And it's always fun having other people on. Can't wait to have you on again too. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I had Ronnie on a few months ago. The guy is hilarious. Nothing new with Ronnie, and Ronnie's always been a good supporter of mine. And I enjoyed the conversations I had with Ronnie. The guy's he's the man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
he's the second half of the Steel City Savior.
Correct.
So I guess I have to give him that plug.
Yes, you also have your maybe you are, maybe you're not, part-time business client, if you will, right? Exactly.
Yeah, he's been conducting a lot of business on the side without me. So if he ever wants to step foot in a Black Diamond ring again, maybe I'll have to, I'll have something to say about that. Maybe I'll have a new client, But that's something that Mr. Starks and I will handle on the side.
Oh man! Speaking of Biggie, Puffy, and all this fun jazz and stuff, you were around when the guy first started and got his fame, Adam. Any favorite Biggie songs or memories or anything during that time?
Yeah, it was wild. I guess since I am old, I'm like the big older brother here. it was a weird period in music, like an interesting time, because it was, I mean, you were either Team Tupac or Team Biggie. It was a very divided, like, and I mean, it was funny. I mean, we're talking like black kids, white kids, like it was weird. I mean, in the suburbs and I've never seen anything like that with music, and it concerned me when Cat Williams went after Kevin Hart the other day, because I thought, man, please don't try this like beef in that comedy game, because that's not what stand-up comedy is supposed to be about at all, But I hope we never go through another time like that, because it was tough to see two great MCs go down, within a span of months. Favorite songs though, man. I mean, Notorious Thugs, Dead Wrong is always up there. But if you don't have Juicy on a playlist somewhere, there's something wrong. You just don't love music if Juicy is not on a playlist, on probably every playlist you make. But I don't know what's if you're listening to top three, brother, what you got as far as your top three Biggie songs?
Oh man, I had to chuckle when he said Juicy, because that was the first song I learned on the bass, actually. Juicy. I played that in high school. Yeah, that got me a lot of attention. Nice. But I'm not going to go any deeper into detail after that. But anyway, I digress. You know what? For me, just because the sentimental meaning behind it, I liked Sky's the Limit. That was one of my favorite ones. It was from his last album. And what else? The one I played in before we started chatting here, One More Chance, is another one I like. And also, let's see. Third one, I'd probably say Warning.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Warning.
It was funny. It's funny you let in with One More Chance, because I was actually listening to that before we went on. So it was like one giant continuation. It was nice. It was like, I guess we're just picking up where I left off. But I guess to wrap this up, you know what? At least you called me the Puffy to your Biggie, and you didn't call me the Suge to your Tupac. So I guess I will take the compliments where I can get them.
Lasting staying power. In that,
yeah, exactly.
Oh man, we're talking to Adam Daley. Follow me on Twitter, AdamDaley13. We will have a commercial break in between these parts, but it won't be that long anyway. But let's get into some wrestling talk. Like Adam's saying, his show's more about being not PC and having fun and just talking wrestling. They intertwine some comedy and entertainment stuff, and also The Walking Dead and all that good stuff. For me, I have restrictions on this end, but at the same time, I like to have this. Besides you, I don't know who else has made more appearances on this program. Not that it's a bad thing or anything, but this show pretty well, actually, Adam. And this is more of like a back porch conversation. Like, I'm sitting next to you at your house talking wrestling, more than me being like, "Oh, you better listen to my perspective because I'm right and you're wrong, damn it." You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean, we're not sitting here trying to be experts. I mean, it's usually our conversations lead into a lot of fantasy booking or what we'd like to see, or it's not because I don't have any insiders. So I mean I'm not going to pretend to be an expert or a know-it-all, or even a somewhat kind of know-it person, because I don't have any insiders. And I know everybody thinks that they know the business, but I always say it, until you've stepped foot into a ring and you've stepped through those ropes and you've looked into a crowd, and you really don't know what it's all about. You really absolutely cannot fathom what goes into putting on a show. So I think for us it's always fun to just kick back and pretend that we're experts, but that's why I always enjoy talking with you, Josh, because we kind of we do look more at the positive side of things versus kind of just trying to knock the product down for absolutely no reason.
That's more also looking at the bigger picture at the same time. I don't try to steer away in just one side. I mean, if I wanted to be negative, sure, I could be negative. But just like the New Day, I don't deal with negativity. POP all the time. I just have no time for that nonsense. I really don't. Because honestly,
the power of positivity.
Yeah. What am I getting out of that, though? I mean, the segment's already over. The show's already over. So if I didn't like it, I can't change it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't. If you could, I'm not gonna pop a brain cell over the fact that a subjective storyline didn't fit my needs. It's just BS to me.
You know what? It's funny because I keep and I was going to make this reference last time. I'm glad I can make this reference now, and I'm going to make I'm going to intertwine two different characters, and people are it's going to drive them nuts because I talk about one of them all the time. But Josh, I know that you're probably a little more in on this than everybody else. You know, a lot of people are being very critical about Shane and Undertaker's match right now. But you know, it's funny because everyone keeps questioning, well, why is Undertaker fighting for Vince, or why is this happening, or why is this? You know, there's all these whys. You know, here's the deal with the Undertaker, and I think why we need to stop and like take a step back. And I'm going to make an interesting comparison between Undertaker's character and the Joker. Listen, guys, there's like 80 different Jokers. Like, don't pigeonhole it to Jack Nicholson or Cesar Romero. Mark Hamill's the greatest Joker of all time. Let's settle that right now. But when it comes down to it, everybody always looks at the Ledger Joker as I guess the Joker now, right? And the Leto's Joker is going to not be good. Yeah. We were saying the same thing about Heath Ledger. Okay, so now here we go again with Undertaker. We do this every single year now with Undertaker's matches, and the reason why I'm kind of comparing the two, it's a character and it's entertainment. Undertaker is like unlike any other character they have, with the exception of maybe Bray Wyatt. You know, so Undertaker's character is the most comic book character that they have. He doesn't, with wrestling a match a year or two matches a year, he doesn't need nothing. It doesn't really need to make sense. He can come back as any incarnation that he wants to, or that they need him to be. Correct. So it is, you know, kind of like Joker. So a lot of people that don't like Jared Leto's, that are already criticizing Jared Leto's Joker, well, they could have had him just cut his face off like he does in the New 52. You know, and that would have been the Joker and people would have lost their minds because that's not Joker, but it is in the comics. So just roll with Shane McMahon and Undertaker, because I'm interested to see this put a lot of and I know he's one of your favorite guys, but I am not usually interested in Undertaker's matches. I'm really looking forward to this year's. I mean, what are your feelings about that?
I got a question. Would you rather have this or Undertaker versus Sheamus? That's all I really need to say. That's all I need to say, because look, yeah, I'm an Undertaker guy, so sure, I have a certain bias towards him, but Undertaker is underappreciated when it comes to the fact that the guy is probably the best in-ring storyteller besides Shawn Michaels in the history of the wrestling business. Where you agree with his character or his gimmick, or whatever, it is what it is, or are you tired of seeing it at WrestleMania? It doesn't matter. He always invokes a reaction and an emotion. Look at WrestleMania 30. I mean, hell, you were there, right, Adam? You're in attendance.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the match wasn't.
Yeah,
the match didn't blow people away, but hell, people talked more about Taker's streak coming to an end than Daniel Bryan winning the WWE title that year.
When Taker lost and the reality kicked in, you know, because the first question, it was funny being there because the first question was, did something happen with the ref? Did somebody screw up? What happened? Is Taker injured? Then all of a sudden, you know, WWE played it so beautifully by delaying the music a couple, you know, Brock Lesnar's music, those couple seconds just for people to try and, like, it was like time stopped. And then when Lesnar's music hit, people went nuts. Like, you would have thought, like, people were taking away, like, all of their food and clothes. Like, people were like, you just saw beers go thrown in the air. People were leaving. Like, oh, man, like, people are getting real sore about this. But that's the reaction they wanted. You know, I mean, you know, now I felt bad for the Divas to have to follow that because there wasn't a match ever that would be able to follow that. But it was, I think with Undertaker too, Josh, he's never really, and especially since they really put, you know, emphasis on the streak, the Undertaker has in a way been different every single year that he's come back. I mean, his character has never really been the same. Yes. And that's why I keep making the Joker comparison. Like, listen, we can even go back to Biker Taker, like, you know, if we want to. But Undertaker has went through so many transformations, and I mean, really from on a year-to-year basis right now, where he does keep refreshing his character in a way, in a little bit. So I don't see him. You know, everybody keeps questioning: is he going to be a face? Is he going to be a heel? This doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I think listen. They know how it ends. We don't. So it's backwards booking, guys. You start with the finish and you book backwards. So of course it's gonna make sense to the writers. I just think we need to let it happen, guys. We need to let it happen because I think there's gonna be a really good payoff with it.
Hey, let me say this. what bothers me in this scenario is the fact that for everybody that's like, oh, why is this happening? Oh, who's the heel? Who's this or that? This is the same people that whine and moan about everything being predictable. This is probably the most unpredictable storyline I've seen besides the CM Punk John Cena one in the last few years, and that's saying something.
Right.
I respect Daniel Bryan. I'm a fan of his, but the thing with him and Triple H and that jury, no matter what anybody says, that was predictable. One way or another,
Absolutely.
the guy was going to get into that position. I understand, he was supposed to fight Sheamus, this and that. No, the guy wouldn't have been in main events of pay-per-view fighting Randy Orton in multiple pay-per-views for the title if he was just going to fight Sheamus of all people. I mean, seriously. Right. Anyway, Taker... like I said, I have bias. I love Taker. It's not like the Taker matches from when I was a kid where he was taking on A-Train and Big Show and Mark Henry at WrestleMania and all that. These guys are going to kill it with each other. It's kind of funny how you go from 1 week, oh my God, this is the biggest thing ever. Oh, here's our attraction at WrestleMania. Like, oh, yeah. I don't get it. It's like they want the WrestleMania finish to happen on Raw, like they want it to be predictable. You know what I mean?
Well, and I think Josh, right? No, and you know what, Josh? I think one thing. I think this is right as it stands right now. I think this is one of the most unpredictable WrestleManias and road to WrestleManias that we've had in a very, very, very long time. And that's been, I know a lot of people kind of complaining about it, but this has been refreshing as hell to me. Because right now there's still, even though I'm dead set on certain things, but there are people questioning, does Ambrose get the title? I mean, what's going on with this? What's going on with this? I mean, there's so many question marks kind of still being thrown around.
Yeah.
I think that's refreshing than rather than knowing 6 weeks ahead of time and then you're building constant on these storylines for 6 constant weeks, trying to figure out new ways to really advance the storyline. Save a couple of them. They know what's going on. We don't have to. They control the curtain. It's about when they want to pull it back. But number 2, I think that this is a really interesting match too because, listen, everybody's saying, well, there's no way that Shane McMahon could beat Undertaker because it's. Look at it this way: if Undertaker was to lose to Shane McMahon, his only 2 WrestleMania losses were to be a UFC champion. One of them was to Brock Lesnar, and the other would be to a McMahon. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In this story, a McMahon trumps a professional wrestler any day, right? When we're talking storylines. So it in a way, if you look at Undertaker's, if he were to lose, his only 2 losses were to be a UFC champion, number 1, excuse me, and number 2, a McMahon. Still, no professional wrestler only would have still, would have beaten Undertaker. So I think that's what people are kind of losing sight of too. Rather than, well, how could Shane beat him? It's a McMahon. In a way, don't McMahons always have a plan?
Yeah, and also look at Undertaker. I think, the Joker comparison is a very good one. At the same time, I can consider him like a guy like the Punisher too. At the same time, he's not one thing or whatever. He's Undertaker. He's the last outlaw,
right? Like
they say all the time,
right?
And he honestly, makes a decision what he wants to do.
I was going to say the only reason I made the Joker comparison is because we always complain about who the next Joker is going to be until we see the movie, and then it's like the greatest Joker ever, and then it's like recycle for the next the next time Joker's in a movie, and it happens the same year now with Undertaker. I really feel like he's been delivering on his end when it comes to WrestleMania. I know a lot of people weren't really thrilled with the match with him and Bray last year, but him and Lesnar was fantastic. Him and Punk was fantastic. Him and Triple H was fantastic. Let's look at the last really 10 years of Taker matches, and they've been solid. So and even plus. So why is this year going to be any different?
Yeah, exactly. And Undertaker, like I mentioned earlier, is the marquee storyteller, and you said it last night. Of course there's going to be shenanigans. I'm sure there's going to be people hopping into the cage and all that. The Mean Street Posse is going to get their ass kicked.
I want to see the Mean Street Posse so bad.
I was listening to their theme song, by the way, on the way down here. It never gets old.
Oh, good man. You're a good man, Josh. You're a good man.
We're talking to Adam Daley here on the Pro Wrestling Experience at ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. Let's talk a little bit about Roadblock coming up this Saturday on the WWE Network. I don't know, kind of spin off the G.I. Joe character. Not saying that The Rock's going to be at the show. Don't look too much into it, people. I'm just making a comparison here. Like I was telling you on the phone before we started to chat here, I'm looking forward to it. I'm doing the play-by-play article like I do for each show. On Saturday, I'm looking forward to it. I was saying this to you earlier. I felt like Roadblock is going to be like the modern day Saturday night's main event. Like you had Beast and Knees, you had the MSG special. It's your once in a while network special. It's today's version of Saturday night's main event. They don't have to pay NBC a bunch of money to get a special on NBC on a Saturday night. You know what I mean, to promote WrestleMania.
No, I love it. I love the idea. I mean, this is something that whenever they started a network, Sam and I have been talking about this for a long time, and that's whenever they first did the Japan special, and then they started, they kept following up with other specials, and it's a brilliant idea. I mean, number one, it's great for marketing. We've spoken about this. I've talked about this a couple different places. Listen, if you're paying for that, you're getting wrestling, or if you're signing up for the network for the first month for free, you're getting 2 events for your first month for free. And that's what they want is the subscriptions around WrestleMania time. So it's brilliant marketing on WWE's part, and it's a great little. It's a great little. It's something extra for us. It's definitely something extra for the Ambrose fans that really want to see Dean Ambrose in a marquee match. And I don't care. I know there's a lot of people that are complaining that it's technically a live event or blah blah blah. Listen, they're putting this as an event that's going to be broadcast on the network, and he's going to main event against Triple H for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I don't care where it is. That's a big match for Dean Ambrose, So I think it's great that they're doing it. They're really tapping into the fan base now, and it's fun. That's why I don't understand how people can still complain so much, because they are really giving us a lot of, maybe they're giving us too much. Maybe we're just spoiled now. I don't know, Josh. Are we spoiled?
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
No, I'm not going to pull the Skip Sheffield. Forget about that. Anyway, you made a great point there, and the same people are shouting out, "Oh, where's the continuity? Where's the continuity?" Look at the 2 key matches at this show on Saturday, Adam, and it's a follow-up to what we saw at the Rumble, right? We all thought, hey, Rock versus Bray at WrestleMania. Oh, you're having a match here on Roadblock. Oh, Ambrose and Triple H were the last 2 in the Rumble match. Oh, so Ambrose is going to be tossed aside so Reigns can get the title shot? Oh, here you go. You know what I mean? It's the little things. It's the little things.
Oh, that's... Yeah, it's. I thought they've done such a brilliant job, and that's the thing. There's a lot of criticism that's being thrown around, but I think it's because people finally don't know they're not in the know, and I really think a lot of times it was a lot easier when we know exactly what's going to happen. It's so predictable, so we can we can rally around whatever. Yeah. But right now, WWE is doing a really good job, I think, of teasing so many different things and then going and rehashing it so that you don't forget about it, just in case they need to use it later on. I think those are important little chapters in a long-term story that we're going to be seeing from superstar. These younger guys now, Bray Wyatt, not as much Lesnar, obviously, and Triple H, but when we're talking Bray, Reigns, Rollins, Ambrose, I mean, these guys are going to be around for a long. Kevin Owens, they're going to be around now for a while. I like that we're getting a group of fresh faces versus just 1 or 2, and that's why I don't understand how people can still be this upset right now. But I don't know, Josh. I think we've beat that horse too, and I think we've cut the head off and thrown it in somebody's bed for them to wake up next to. So
I just wanted to say this last thing before we take our first commercial break, and to wrap a bow on this portion of the our segment here. I just, it's really funny how people say one thing this week and then they change their mind the next week. Like, for example, like I was saying earlier, everybody was up in arms, losing their mind over the fact Shane's back, and he's fighting Undertaker at WrestleMania, and then it's like, it's the worst thing ever the next week. There's this saying that JR says a lot, that when he calls wrestling matches, he doesn't want to know what happens. He wants that spontaneous moment to happen. And over the years, as I and dabbled into this wrestling media thing for the last few years, I've really had to take a different approach with it, where I look at the little things more than, oh, I need instant gratification, boom, right there. Oh, I need to know why this feud is happening, oh, right now. Simple television, there's a misconception that all I do is watch wrestling, and not that anything's wrong with that, but there's a lot of other stuff that I do that people don't know about, and you know, it's about the little things. It's about connecting the dots here and there, and you know what? I mean, is it perfect? No, but at the same time, I mean, you really have to take a good hard look in the mirror and understand that, okay, we have a 6-week build to WrestleMania. We're going to have this happen here. We're going to have this happen here. When I heard Stephanie McMahon's promo on Raw last week, that really set the tone for Mania for me when it came to that match, Adam, because it's not about the Undertaker. Undertaker is the attraction at WrestleMania, but he's not the key cog of this match. It's the story between the McMahons, and I felt that Stephanie's promo solidified that point last week, and then we'll get into Raw in Chicago in just a couple of minutes. But you know what? Like I said, you have to look at the little things instead of trying to guess and assume what's going to happen, because the old saying, those who assume make asses on themselves. And that's been a running thread for the WWE Universe, or the IWC, whatever you want to call it, for the last couple years. And nobody can dispute me on that, because there's been many times where I see people on shows say, oh, I love this, and then the next week, like, oh, it's god-awful. I mean, you really have to take a good hard look in the mirror and look at the bigger picture. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll be right back with Adam Daley here. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll talk about the Raw from Chicago this past Monday night. I got a bone to pick with Adam from something he said last night. But beside that, we're going to have some fun. The Daily Hour continues here on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Daily Hour continues here on the Pro Wrestling Experience on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. Josh Lopez, or you can go. It's very funny. I was about to say this, but you got Josh Lopez here, and you got Adam Daley. I was laughing because, for those who don't know, my middle name is Adam. How fitting. We are brothers from another mother.
Look at that. The connections continue.
Yes. Oh, man. Adam, you know what? Piggyback off the last thing I said before we had to go to the break. Any thoughts on that?
I have a feeling I already know where you're going. I have a feeling I already know what bone you have to pick with me.
Yep. For those who don't know, I go to most of these Raws and pay-per-views since CM Punk left the company, and I say this all the time when I go with my godmother's boyfriend. His name's Jeremy. That's who I go to the shows with every time. And we've noticed over the last 3 years that, and I don't say it to be rude to people or call people names or label people or blah, 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 blah. I call... There's a thing that happens all the time when it comes to these Chicago shows. And Adam said on this last night's edition of Wrestling With, that the Chicago crowd let him down when it came to the CM Punk chants. Well, my friend, I got some bad news for you.
Put it into perspective. Wait. Hold on, my friend. Let's put this into perspective. First of all, I'd like to go on record, like I have on many outlets, and say I wish to, as big of a fan as I am, I wish the CM Punk chants would go away. Now, in Chicago, of course, we're going to get him, and I want to get him in Chicago. But why I said Chicago let me down was that you guys had the ultimate opportunity to basically tell Vince where he could go when he called your crowd out for chanting CM Punk and said, go on, let's see how long this is going to last for. And then you guys stopped. And he went, yep, not long, that's what I thought. And then you guys stopped. What? That was the perfect... I would have taken over the entire segment. He called you out, and you guys sat on your hands.
Well,
that's why I'm disappointed.
Well, I got some bad news for you, and I joke about this all the time because I say this all the time. Literally, every time when Superstars comes on air, when it comes to Chicago or a dark match goes on, Adam, they're wasting their energy chanting CM Punk during Superstars. This week they had Miz and Zack Ryder before the show went on, and the whole match had CM Punk chants, loud, even louder than when Vince came out. And I say this every time when I go with my uncle. These Nimrods are morons. They waste their energy chanting for the guy before the show he goes on air.
Yeah, and where's some love for AJ Lee, by the way? Now, I mean, she's kind of adopted Chicago now, right? So, like, I mean, no AJ Lee love? Come on.
No, she's from New Jersey, quasi New York. We have no love for those people.
Yeah, she's from, I think, outside of Elizabeth, New Jersey, or something like that. But I mean, you know, now with Punk, she's got a lot of Chicago ties. I figured your city would embrace her too, you know.
Hey, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, you have to realize these Nimrods waste their energy for the Punk chants even before the show goes on air. That's
true. And you know what? It's crazy, and that's the one thing we don't see beforehand. But it is funny because I made the joke about that, but. I do. Chicago's the one city I think that, you know, we could still get away with it. Like it's funny when it happens. It's fun. It's whatever. But
yeah.
I'm with you on that, and we've talked about this enough too. Like, guys, let's stop. You know, let's save it for go. If you want a chance CM Punk that much, buy a ticket to UFC 200. I mean, it's it's that simple.
If he's there, hopefully.
Yeah. To be determined.
Yeah, to be determined. Oh man. You know what? Besides that, it wasn't really a bump, but I had to mention that. I understand where you're coming from, but I had the reason as to why the crowd stopped chanting CM Punk. I didn't even chant. Surprisingly for me being the big Punk fan, I didn't chant CM Punk actually. I was just waiting for it to die out because I knew the fans were going to be burned out by the time Vince said anything. I was waiting for it.
It's funny, yeah. But you know what? One thing I will say, I was happy the crowd didn't try to take over the show. And I mean, I just got to see the Hulu version because it was lettered differently on our cable box for some reason this week. But
yeah.
So it didn't auto record, so I watched the Hulu version. So I didn't get to see the full show. But it's, you know, I was happy that there wasn't like a hijacking of the show. It was nice to see that you guys still went with the ebb and flow of the show, which is what a great crowd should do.
Yeah, Ben, I gotta say, I've been to a bunch of Raws, and it's pretty cool to see Sami Zayn make his re-debut, whatever you want to call it, on the main roster. And also, even though the Punk chants let you down, brother, Chicago did deliver something pretty good, and that's Y2J turning heel in the crowd he debuted in WWE.
Yep. And I loved it. Another great job by WWE and Chris Jericho trolling people into buying a Y2AJ shirt. Like, that's not like the next closest thing to a Billy and Chuck shirt that you can buy. You know, and I thought it was, but it was one of those where it was you know, strategy-wise, it was great. Slip a T-shirt out there, really get people off their game. Like, oh, they wouldn't make this for just a week, would they? Yeah, of course they would. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, so yeah, now. I thought it was, from what I saw, I really enjoyed it this week. And I think every show is going to be solid, you know, here on out. I'm one of those optimistic guys. But now you were there. Compared to other shows that you've been to, not, you know, and we're not going to include Money in the Bank, okay. But other shows that you've been to, where does this show fall?
I'll go specifically for Raw because for some reason, for the third time in the last almost 4 years, Payback's going to be in Chicago again this year. It's kind of weird they're actually having Payback after WrestleMania this year. So they're going back to the old Backlash format. You know what I mean?
What, CM Punk return imminent then, right? Yeah. That must mean Punk returns at Mania then. He's right.
Book it, brother.
That's where. No, we're not going to go there. I'm going to keep my mouth shut about that.
Pencil it in. Hey, JR, the number one destructive tool in wrestling, the eraser.
It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. Listen, as much, but I mean, I say that jokingly, but like that's still really where people's mindset is with Punk. Like, well, I mean, if he comes back at Mania, then it'd be with the next pay-per-view in Chicago. It's like, stop it, just stop.
There's a chance. Anyway, you know what? I really did enjoy it makes sense, but the Raw I went to in 2011 where they had John Cena, AA, The Rock. They had their first interaction in the ring with each other. It was in Chicago. That's probably one of my favorite ones. And then seeing Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Undertaker in the ring, setting up their feud, I thought that was pretty cool too. CM Punk started the show in his signature pose in the ring with Randy Orton. That was one of the fun shows I've been to. The other ones that come to my mind, Adam, the Raw that was in Chicago before WrestleMania 30 definitely stands out. It's up there for me. Also, the Raw that was in 2002, seeing the Undertaker, not the Undertaker, but the NWO return to Chicago, and they had The Rock and Hulk Hogan interaction for the first time. That's something I'll never forget. But for this one, it's definitely out there. I put it up in my top 5. It was a really fun experience. And as a wrestling fan, I'll take those experiences for granted. You know, who knows? Maybe this is the last time I'll ever see Shane McMahon or even Vince on screen in Chicago. That's something that I thought that was pretty cool. Seeing a guy that I loved for so many years, Chris Jericho, turn heel in Chicago, I thought that was awesome. So this past Monday night was pretty special.
See, and that's what it's about. I think that's what we lose focus of a lot of times is fans, when we get so submerged in the product where we think and we want a story to go a certain way. Like you always say, it's the little things. Those are the little things. You know, I mean, I'm, very fortunate to say that, I mean, unknowingly at the time, I was at Edge's last match. I was at CM Punk's last match. I was at JBL's last match. I was at twice, when he retired in Houston and when he entered the Rumble in Pittsburgh. I mean, there's like a litany, Flair's last WWE match. I mean, there's a litany of, and it's those moments that with Mania and with any event, Raw, I mean, no matter SmackDown, no matter what you go to, that it's just the little things that you're supposed to take away. You're not always going to see, you're not always going to be at the show where the Nexus debuts, you know what I mean, or types of those things happen. But you could always look at that any show you go to and say, man, I mean, this might be the last time this person comes to Pittsburgh. We don't know. I mean, Raw's in Pittsburgh on Monday. For all I know, this could be Jericho's last Monday Night Raw in Pittsburgh. I mean, we never know with Chris Jericho, when he's coming, when he's going, that kind of deal. So it's one of those, we haven't bought tickets yet, but it's like I got that itch, like if it is his last Raw and I miss it, in Pittsburgh, I'm going to be kicking myself for it, So it's that's the right attitude to have, Josh. That's where I think, a lot of us as fans over the years, because we become so wannabe know-it-alls with the product. We forget the little nuances that really made us fall in love with it in the first place. And
also, the next week's Raw is going to be pretty stacked because both Shane and Undertaker is going to be there. So you'll probably have their first interaction in the ring with each other, which will be pretty cool. Brock's going to be on the show too on Monday, I think. I think Brock's on that Pittsburgh one. Yeah. And
he's being advertised.
I doubt this is going to happen, but if Dolph Ziggler needs an opponent and they're in the right city, I covered the unfortunately TNA last night, and Kurt Angle had his last TNA match last night on Pop TV, and I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. I know Kurt is gonna fight Kurt's gonna fight Rey Mysterio in this random pay-per-view for this company. It's weird. They have a boxing match, they have a grappling match, and they also have a arm wrestling contest too, and a wrestling match too. to add to that,
I like that they're covering all bases. Is that on ESPN 8, the Ocho?
No,
any chance?
No, that's gonna be on the Fight TV app. It's one of the, yeah, it's something new. But Kurt Angle's supposed to fight Rey Mysterio at that show. But hey, you know what? Why not though? Kurt Angle returns to WWE in Pittsburgh. My jaw will drop.
Listen, and that's the thing. That's where everybody, everybody keeps going back to, and not to keep talking about it, but everybody keeps going back. Imagine if Punk. Can you imagine if Kurt Angle came out in Pittsburgh? Like, as a Pittsburgh boy that kind of has a love-hate relationship with this city, we embrace Kurt Angle, and if he came out in Pittsburgh, they might have to rebuild the Console Energy Center. You get 16,000 drunk Pittsburghers in there, which is it's odd to be called a Pittsburgher, by the way. It just seems like that's on a menu somewhere. But it's like the worst burger that's on it's like the cheapest one, though. I'll take the Pittsburgh. But it's but I honestly think Pittsburgh has a tendency to be either a very hot or a very cold crowd. Can you just imagine? And this isn't. I mean, who, you never say never, but just in a fantasy world, imagine if Angle's music hit. Being in that building and knowing what that crowd can do. I mean, I think people would be blown away, and I think it would be great for all parties. I think everybody wants to see Kurt Angle wrestle one last WWE match. But very wishful thinking. Very hopeful thinking. But he's another guy that, as much as everybody wants to talk, I want Punk back, I'd love Angle back for a match first. There's so many other guys that I'd rather see back first, and I'm not, I get it, but everybody, we still have this love affair with CM Punk, but just think about all the other people that all the other talent that could come back and perform at a WrestleMania or at SummerSlam or whenever they needed them to.
Yeah, and I also feel like it'd be cool if Angle did fight Dolph Ziggler, you know what I mean? I think that'd be pretty cool. And then you got other stuff for WrestleMania. I feel like they'll go with the I think the U.S. title will probably be in the ladder match, Adam. I think that'll be the mid-card title that has it. You could put both the Lucha Dragons in there. You could put Ryback in there. You could put the League of Injuries in there. By the way, the little things. Oh, everybody was losing their mind because the New Day was supposed to fight the League of Injuries at WrestleMania. They're fighting each other this Saturday at Roadblock. That match is not happening at WrestleMania. It's going to be the Dudleys and the Usos. Look how it comes all together, my friend.
Right, and that's why I like that I do like that they are throwing this extra event in there, as they're calling it, because I like that they keep, and again, it's all about keeping us guessing, Josh, and I think that what people don't understand is as long as, again, it's all about if there's buzz. Can they create buzz? So whether it's positive, whether it's negative, if there's buzz going around, it's good for the product because, if it's negative buzz, they could figure out character-wise what we want to do, this, that, and the other thing. So as long as people are talking about it, people are invested in it. And as long as they're invested in the product, that's very good news for WWE, whether it's negative, positive, whatever. As long as there's investment, I think that's what people are very short-sighted about.
I'm really hoping that I do get to see you in Dallas for Mania. Nothing's confirmed yet, but I may or may not be at the show this year. I really do hope that I am, but if not, I'm not looking at it as a setback or whatever. But hopefully, I do get to hang out with you in Dallas.
I hope you get down there, man. It'd be nice to actually meet you, versus being on the phone or talking to you vid chat wise. It'll be nice to kick back, spend some time with you. And I mean, you've been to them before. It's such a good experience. It's such a good experience. WrestleMania is always such a good experience.
Speaking of Mania, for those who don't know, Adam is a well-renowned world traveler cosplayer when it comes to these WrestleMania events. This year, Adam is dressing up as Edge. Which is going to be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Adam,
as long as finances allow, I'm hoping, because I'm looking at some custom stuff. I'm hoping we're going to see. I might have to tweak the outfit a little bit. So,
hey, rated R, man, rated R, rated R.
Yeah, right.
Adam, tell the fans a little bit about your cosplay experience and how much that means to you, and how some of your favorite Mania trips that you got to take a part of.
You know what? It's funny, Josh, because it's everybody. Yeah, you go to WrestleMania. I think that it should be on everybody's bucket list, and they always say it's on the guys 10 bucket list things or whatever, but. it's not really just a guy thing, and I think that's the misnomer about WrestleMania. And I mean, the first one I went to was WrestleMania 19. I actually flew out that morning. My mother went with me. We flew out that morning, flew home the next day. But it was just, I had to see Jericho Michaels. I had to, and it goes back to how we always complain about this person not in a title match, this person not in a title match. That was a year where I was complaining left, right, up, down that Jericho wasn't in a title match, but then I got Shawn Michaels, and it was like, okay, no, I'm good. I understand this. This is much better than any title match that Jericho could have had that year, So, but after you get that first one, and you get the over, because it's your first WrestleMania. I will say it's an overwhelming experience to think that there's 70, 80,000 people there all to see the same event, and just the crowd response. I mean, it's unlike anything that you really could go to. It truly is an event unlike anything that's out there. But then when you go, you start to go to more and more. You start to meet really, really great people from all over the world. You start to keep in touch with them, and there's a lot of really great friends that I've met from the UK, all over the UK, Canada. I mean, I don't even want to keep naming countries anymore because it's just like this worldwide crew that we have. And we meet up every WrestleMania. It's like a nice family reunion. And every year, people are there. So if some of us can't go, we're always represented somehow. Typically we all tend to dress up in some sort of cosplay. Some do, some don't, but it's, you build relationships over the years that, Sam and I got married at WrestleMania. I found out I was going to be a father leaving WrestleMania 28. Or 25 rather. I'm sorry. I got married at 28. It's you look at little things like that. I guess maybe that's why I was destined to talk about wrestling. I mean, Jesus, found out I was going to be a father at one. I got married at one. Probably going to die at WrestleMania too. The way this is going. No, but it's like the bonds and all the friendships, and at the wedding that we had at WrestleMania 28, those weren't strangers. I mean, some of the people we met that day, but we still have kept in touch with them, and up to this date. Some we knew for years beforehand. A lot of them from all over the world, and some of my closest friends now live in England, Wales. I mean, it's something that if I didn't start going to WrestleMania, I mean, I would have never met some of the greatest people in my life, and that's why people say the whole wrestling isn't real thing. I can't believe you don't go to it. Listen, don't tell me what's real and what's not, because I know that I have a crew over in England waiting for me if I ever needed to leave the country for a certain reason. I got some hideouts in Scotland, England, and Wales. So I know how real wrestling is. It's not it's about the show. It's about the relationships that you build around the show. Because listen, wrestling fans aren't these smarky people that we're made out to be, and especially once you really get down to Josh. I mean, we met through wrestling, and imagine I couldn't imagine now knowing you and then just gotten to know you on a personal side. I couldn't imagine not having you in my life in a certain manner, Now everyone can get our little bromance comments in there. Go ahead, guys, go ahead. But that's to me, that's what WrestleMania is about, and it's, I've never gone to a Hall of Fame. I typically don't do a lot of the events. I go down there to meet up with my friends that all go down to WrestleMania every year to meet up with all of their friends. And, it's about meeting people. It's about those experiences. Yes, I could go on and on about, this WrestleMania was awesome because of this match. It was great being there for this match. I couldn't, but you know what? That's trite. It's overused. I think that for me, this will be my 8th WrestleMania. The best memories are the ones that aren't at WrestleMania, and that's not to take away from the event, because WrestleMania is like the icing on the ultimate cake of a weekend filled with great memories, great times, great friends, and I think that's why that is what WrestleMania means to me, and I think a lot of the people that we go with, versus just going down for, I got to go to Mania, I just got to be there for, it's more than that. Like if you go down and just allow yourself to kind of be submerged in the weekend, you'll meet people and build bonds that'll last a lifetime. And I think that's something that the wrestling community, where we are very different compared to any other community out there, whether it's, football fans, this fans, that fans, there is something special with the wrestling community.
Yep, and I it's kind of crazy, seeing the original YouTube video, and I didn't even know you or Sam at the time. Seeing that video on YouTube, I was, let's see, I was 18 when that. No, actually, I was 17 still when that whole shindig happened at WrestleMania. The whole wedding and all that. That was pretty cool. And then almost 4 years later, you know, seeing Sam on CSR, and then getting to meet you through the old podcast, Countdown Recount, and then getting to know you as well in a personal level. I couldn't. Well, you said a couple minutes ago, I couldn't reiterate that more. And I love you, man. And it's always fun getting to talk some wrestling with you. I appreciate you taking some time out of your schedule to come on the show today. And before we let you go, I'm glad to see that your Raiders are making some moves, man. It looks like your team's going to make the playoffs this year. I'm not too high on the Broncos as everybody else is.
I do like the Bruce Irvin move. I'm excited, but I'm the Raider fan that's still until they show us any different. We're the Raiders, not the Raiders. So I want to be the Raiders again. So until I see that, we're still the Raiders. But real quick before I go, here's an interesting backstory behind, you know, the wedding that you saw and everybody's seen. Of course, I was dressed up like CM Punk. Sam was dressed up like Layla. The original plans were that Sam was going to dress up as AJ. So could you imagine fast forwarding in life, you know, considering everybody calls Sam an AJ Lee doppelganger and everybody wants to throw, just because I'm like a bearded dude with tattoos and a lip ring, apparently I'm CM Punk. So, but it would not have been some crazy, strange foreshadowing, huh?
Yeah, that's funny, man. It makes sense, too. Like I said earlier, it all comes full circle.
Always. Yeah. Always does.
All right, brother, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. I'll talk to you soon, probably after the show's over.
Josh, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for having me on again. I love you, and then we'll talk to you soon.